Hi guys, Jennifer Scrapping Cane here. Today I'm sharing a layout I made just playing around, basically. Using up more stash. This is a kit that I broke out last year and did a few layouts with. I still had it in my stash and decided I had a few more pictures that went with it. And so I decided to go ahead and pull it out again since spring seems to be on its way. I don't know about you guys, but here in Colorado, it's been very warm out. So it's kind of springish. It's not really cold, not really extra hot. So I decided to play with some spring pictures. These are Easter pictures of my niece and goddaughter. And I use four pictures. Three of them are about 2x3 and one is a 4x6. I'm using Simple Stories Vintage Life in Bloom, and I showed you the pieces that I plan on using for this layout. I have a few more pieces in my stash that I'm going to use on another layout later in the month, probably. If not later this month, into March. I will definitely be using this kit some more. I really liked this kit. I love all the tags. I did some fussy cutting and cut out the tags. I'm going to do basically 3 large clusters, and then I use sequins at the end, which are from Spiegelmom Scraps, and they are Life is Sweet. Those are currently in the shop and available, and you can use my code Jennifer15 to get 15% off of those and any other sequins that you pick up in the shop. So let's get started here. I'm putting the clusters together, and this one here at the bottom, I used one of the papers. I don't believe I showed it at the beginning, but it had, actually maybe I did. I don't know. Anyways, if I did, I did. It has film strips on it that are made out of paper. So I'm just piecing those together so I can put the photos on top of them. So I did the first one already with the 2 little girls out in the grass looking for eggs. And I used a foam, or actually a chipboard piece for the little word piece on it. And I think it says capture the moment or capture in the moment. And then I used tickets and a little leaf piece around it to embellish it. And I put the purple butterfly on top. Excuse me. Still fighting this cold, kind of, sort of. It just wants to hang around the cough. Anyways, so here I'm piecing this one together. And I do that often where I'll make it fit the photo the way that I want it to fit the photo. And in reality, once it's done and it's on the layout, you really can't tell where it's pieced together unless you're looking closely. And if you're looking that closely, I hope it's your layout or you're not criticizing me for it, because it's my choice. I'm going to make it the way I want to make it. At least that's what I do with most of my scrapbooking. So I pieced it all together, added little black pieces here and there to make it a complete frame around the photos, since it wasn't going to fit the size that it was. So I made it fit my size of photos. So I put on a little flower on the corner of it. And again, sorry I'm off camera, getting used to this camera frame. This one I used a foam sticker down at the bottom, and I believe it says Happy Memories. And I'm going to add more tickets, and in each of the clusters I added the same colors of tickets, but they're different sizes. So if there's a green one on this one, there's a green one on the other one, but it might be a little green one on the other one and a bigger green one on this one. But keeping the colors the same, excuse me again, keeps your eye moving and looking for that color again in the next cluster. So that's the way that to make it pleasing to the eye is to use the same colors. Even if it's not exactly the same embellishment, but if it has the same colors, it'll draw your eye over there. So I went ahead and added those there. Not sure what I'm doing here. I should have cut this part out. Oh, I know what I was doing. I was looking for a black strip that I could cut to put on that side, because it was bugging me that it's not black on that side. So I have this paper here, which I'm going to use on the background, but I cut it out of a part of the paper that I don't use for the background. So I was able to piece it on the side there and make it black and then add the ticket embellishment back on. So to me, that just makes it more eye appealing and makes it look more complete. So that one's done. And then I'll work on the 4x6 one. This is a chipboard frame. I'm not sure what it says at the bottom, but I add the sticker that says Lovely on top, and the title will be Lovely Sisters. And then I will add a little bit of journaling later on below the picture frame, but I don't do that on screen. I don't do any of my journaling online unless it's already pre-printed for some reason. My son's albums have pre-printed journaling from way back when. I used to do that often, and that was just so I wouldn't forget, which I'm kind of glad I did because he turns 26 years old, and honestly, I don't remember. I told myself I would, and I really don't remember. So it's really good to have that journaling so that you can go back and look at it, and it kind of jogs that memory. With my youngest son, I have a lot of his memories or journaling in text form. So I'll either text it to myself. I have a messaging app that holds notes to myself. So I just throw notes in there anytime there's a photo or a picture or a reason I did something or I took that picture, so that I remember why when I go to scrapbook it later on. So anyways, here I'm adding tickets, and I added a little leaf there. I covered up the butterfly on that one because there's already a butterfly on the frame, but you'll see later on I add another butterfly on the frame that's bigger than the one that's on there. And sometimes adding a little bit extra to the frames that are already decorated just brings them a little more to life. So here I'm going to work on the background. And the main part of the background is going to be this black paper. I do have 2 sheets of it, but I didn't really want to use both sheets on this one, so I decided I was going to go ahead and just tear paper and do my usual, which is put 2 or 3 pattern papers on one side and then put it on the other side and make it a complete 2 8.5 by 11 pages. So that's what I did here. That main one in the middle is 11 by 12. And then I'll tear the other 2 papers to match up on the sides. This littler mat that I brought in on top of my glass mat is a 8.5 by 11 double page mat. So it's the perfect size to lay out my 8.5 by 11 layouts. And if I would make them double pages, it's perfect to line them up and get it in the right place. So here I'm just inking up those papers. That's something I do on almost all of my layouts. Again, that's to separate the pattern papers and to make them pop off the layout. I'm going to add inking to this paper here, and that's the floral paper. And I really like the floral paper with the little girl pictures. It really looks cute, and it adds a little bit more spring touch to it. Since I didn't really add a whole lot of flowers, I just added the tickets. So here I'm attaching my sides, and I will attach the left side first, and then I'm going to attach the right side. Get a quick little drink here. And magic of YouTube, I'm done. And now I'm going to add my clusters. And I couldn't decide if I wanted to tuck that one in at the top on the right hand side. And I was going to add the little journaling details at the bottom, but I decided to go ahead and put it over to the right hand side. And I do end up tucking that one underneath. And I'm going to add my big photo first on the left hand side. Make sure it's center. And again, on this layout, nothing's really crossing the middle, but because they're kind of the same colors on both sides, your eyes do carry over to the other side. So I tucked that one under. The bottom one I did not tuck under, I just left it on top. Sorry, excuse me. I looked at the sticker sheet for anything I wanted to add. there wasn't a whole lot left on there that I wanted to add for this layout, so I didn't take anything off of it. I ended up fussy cutting this film strip, or negative strip, sorry, of piece of paper to add to the side, and I'm going to put that little, it says details on it. The only thing I'm going to add on there is I'll put the date, or the year in Easter. That's what I'm going to put over there so that we know it was, Easter Sunday or whatever. The journaling is actually going to be about the little girls, just their sisterly love for each other. They're like best friends. They're only just over a year apart in age. The older one is 13 months older than the other one. So they're really close. Their bond is really close. And they're currently 19 and 18 years old. But they're so cute and just love each other. So I thought I was done. As you can see, I put them up and then I pulled them back down. So I was like, they need something else. What do they need? And then I took out thickers for the sisterly part. And I decided on these gold ones. No rhyme or reason. I just had enough letters that I could spell out sisters. And there's not a whole lot of vowels left on here. There was one E left, but there's a couple of O's. There's no more A's, I believe. So it's getting kind of hard to use this set of stickers anyways. So usually that's what I do is I'll try to figure out what I can still spell with it and then decide what I'm going to do with them after the fact. I was going to do on Easter under that, but I couldn't find thickers that I really liked. Then I decided I would leave it open for journaling and do the Easter Sunday on the other side and do the year on the other side. So I will add that later on. And I was still looking at it, trying to decide what else it needed. And I decided to come in with the sequins. And again, these are Life is Sweet. And these are available at Spiegelmom Scraps online. And you can use my code Jennifer15 to get 15% off. I did add the blue butterfly over on the left-hand side on the picture frame at the top. And again, that was just to add a little bit more blue over there because you have the blue details card on that side. And I believe I used like one of each of the colors of sequins because I used like 5 to 7 different sequins in each little group. And the gold ones I repeated in each little section. Sorry guys, had a little coughing spell there. So like I said, I added 4 of the colored sequins, 3 of the gold ones, and called it complete. As you can see in the close-ups, there's the sequins. And go ahead and check out Spiegelmom Scraps and pick up packages of sequins for your use on your layouts. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!